Hi y'all, it's Kimberly here. Thank you all for coming to my channel. I'm going to try something. Let's see. ¿Cómo está? Buenos días. Es la mañana después de Thanksgiving. Y ojalá que todos están bien. And I think that's about the extent that I can do right now. It's just something I kind of remembered. And I was saying in Spanish to people, hello, good morning, and today's the day after Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's doing well. So for any Spanish-speaking people, I hope you understood that. I'm not very good at Spanish. My Spanish isn't very good. It's a little rusty. I used to be able to speak it a lot better. I used to work around a lot of Spanish-speaking people, and a lot of times I worked in companies that were probably 80 or 90% Spanish-speaking, so I learned a lot more on the job. I took Spanish for 2 years in high school, but I learned a lot more on the job just communicating with people and learning to speak Spanish. So forgive me if it's not correct or not in the correct tense or something. I can't remember it all. But I was going to do a product review because my heater and defroster went out. I'm not sure if it is the fuses. I was trying to check the fuses. I bought one of these fuse pullers, to check. I have some fuses on the side of the dash down here by the door. And I have another big fuse under the hood that I haven't checked yet. I think that's for the blower. I'm not sure. I ain't real sure. But I did buy one of these. Let's see. I was at Ace Hardware the other day, and I bought one of these. It's that's the Spanish side of it. It's a Schumacher 150 watt ceramic heater and fan. It's supposed to defrost and be a heater. And I just bought it. It was like, I want to say like about $17 or $18. And I just happened to pass by, and I was like, I was going to order one from eBay or Amazon anyway. And so I just bought it when I was there at the store. And it's 1500 watts. And this is what it looks like. It came out of the package. It's got this thing folds like that. It came in packaged with I guess it's packaged that way so it'll fit in the box. But the cord was under here, but I threaded it. I folded it down and I threaded the cord back through here because I didn't want this where the cord connects, sometimes they break or something. They get little bends right there and it breaks. So I threaded that back through so that it would be better off, Plus, the vents are down here, and I didn't want the cord to be under the vent, blocking the vent or the airflow. Okay, and it's got the little vents for the heat. It also has a fan function, so it will blow cold air too. And the vents under here, where it sucks the air in, so you don't want to block any of that. And it's going to sit like this, so it'll have some airflow through here, so it can suck through the air through there. And let me see. It also comes with little sticky loop and closure sticky. You're not supposed to say the actual trademark product. I think I said it in a couple of my videos of the probably. I don't know. For other products, this, the hook and the sticky. I don't know what else to call it. I just call it sticky tape. And you can take it, peel the paper off the back, and it will stick onto like your dash or wherever you want to mount it. And then you put the other part, I think, you put it right here. So you can, or no. Yeah, okay, it would be right there. Yes, put the other part right there. And then you put one part and it sticks to the dash. That way if you're driving or if you have it set up like that, it'll be, you know, it'll stick and it won't slide around. So it comes with that. And it's also one that you plug into the your charger, your car, inside the car. So you don't have to have any other battery or anything else. You just plug it straight into the car. And it has to be running, or it should be running, because they say that it might run down your battery, so your car should be turned on. So I'm going to turn on my car. I'm sorry if it's kind of loud, but just to show you. Okay. It's got 3 functions. It's got the off, that's the fan, and that is for the heat and defrost. That, I don't know if I can get it in focus. Or that might be, let me see. Yes. This one right here is for heat and defrost. That's off. This is for like the fan, which blows cold air. And I'm going to turn it on, which I actually used this morning, but I'm going to tell you something in a minute. Let me turn it on. Okay, turning on. You can hear it. It's pretty loud. And it is kind of warming up right now. I mean, there is warm air coming out of here. And I'm going to turn it off now. Actually, I'm going to turn the fan on. That's really loud. Okay. Let's see. It's getting cooler right now. Okay. I'll turn it off. I'm going to unplug it too. So I can plug my phone back up because I have my phone plugged up, charging the battery. Okay. And this is, I'm not endorsing this, not getting paid or nothing. This is just something that I saw and I was trying to figure out what to do about my heating situation. But I plugged in this morning. It was really cold this morning and I needed to go somewhere and I wanted to warm up my car. There was no frost, so I didn't need to use it for a defroster. But I did want to warm up my car, my truck, and I have a Yukon, so there's a lot of space. It's a big vehicle, and I want to say if you had a Ford Fiesta, this might be good, but it really didn't. And maybe I sat it on my console here. I, made sure this was set up, and then I kind of positioned it kind of close to my seat where it would blow air onto my seat. Or in my driver's space, and I was warming my truck up, and then I went inside I locked my car, and I kind of keep a watch on it, and because I don't want somebody stealing my truck. But I want to say it didn't work very good. I didn't like it. I mean, it's not enough output for what I need. This little blower, it can warm your hands up probably if you have cold hands, and maybe just a little bit of warmth. But I would say if it was like 15 degrees outside and your car is frozen, it's not going to work that good. Or to me, in my opinion, it wouldn't work good enough for me. So, if it was probably, I don't know, this little fan part, it's really maybe like 3 inches. Where the air comes out, that's like 3 inches. And it's just not powerful enough for what I need. But maybe if you did have like a Ford Fiesta or a small, I don't know, Chevy Cobalt, or those little tiny cars, and something, a Fiero. I don't think they even make those cars anymore, but it might warm those cars up. But it's just not powerful enough for what I need, so I'm going to have to do something about it. I've got to find a way it's very awkward to get the fuses out of the doorway where I need to pull it out, and the one that I need to pull out is in the most awkward position, so I'm just going to have to work on that and try to see if that fuse is bad. I have a good fuse that I bought. I'm going to see if it needs to be replaced. If not, I think the blower might actually, because I really think the blower or something's wrong. Because I do notice that there's some warmth that comes out from the bottom on my feet, but when I turn on my fan blower heater defroster on the panel, it doesn't work, and it doesn't make the little flapper sound. And I've had issues with that with other cars, so I did have to fix that before. But I just thought this might be an alternative fix. But maybe if I sat it on the windshield, it might actually work for defrost. So I was gonna return it, but I think I might keep it for maybe on the defrost, just for a backup. I'm gonna fix this on my truck eventually, but I will probably keep. I'm gonna turn my truck off now. I'll probably keep this for a backup for my defroster, just in case. Because I think if you did put it close to the window, you might have to move it around to spots, or you will have to, because it doesn't blow, a big area, so you could probably defrost, like the driver's side, and then you'll have to move it to the passenger side or something like that. It's not going to defrost your other windows or anything like that, because it's just not powerful enough, or the air, it doesn't blow enough hot air out. So that's, if you have a tiny little car, maybe this would be good. But for a large car, or it might actually work in like a cab of a pickup, maybe just a single cab. It might, but when I left it in here, it was in here for about a good 5 or 7 minutes. And then as soon as I opened the door, what little heat it did put out, I immediately had to shut the door, and it, I could tell probably most of the heat escaped, or either, it just wasn't very powerful. Okay, just let you know, in case, if you've ever thought of getting one of these, for me, it just didn't work good enough. Like I say, you'd have to have a small vehicle or something like that for it to really work good. But it does, put out, I would say the fan function actually works pretty good for the cold air. So it might actually work okay for an air conditioning fan, because I noticed the air conditioning fan part was more powerful, it seemed like, than the heater part. It seemed like it had, it's supposed to be 1500 watts, so I would think it would blow the same, but I can tell the difference on the fan part. It is much more powerful. So maybe you could use it if it's not like really, really hot and you have a really small car. It actually might work good as, a supplement to air conditioning, or I know it's not going to work in this car very good, but it might actually, I could probably cool myself off a little bit, I'd probably have to wave it around or something like that, but it'd be inconvenient, but, well, and it does come with a really long cord, though. I think the cord is probably like 4 or 5 feet at least. Let's say maybe 5 feet. And it does have the little fuse thing on here, so if it does start to act up, you can check a fuse first before you actually think it's the product that's broken. So that is kind of helpful, I guess, when products have the fuse located where you can change it or check it. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll work for you, but for me, it wasn't that great. Okay. Thank you all. Like, comment, subscribe.